Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new documentary, Midwives, from director Ninh E. Hyung, and this focuses on the story of a Buddhist and Muslim midwife, these two working together in Myanmar, which this film does such a great job of building the context and the bedrock and the backdrop for this story, because this is a predominantly Buddhist country where there's a lot of genocide going on when it relates to Muslim people. And that the prejudice, you feel it from, like, the film sets up and gives you information so you have backstory, but even honestly, if they didn't do that and just started off with, like, some of the introductory of, like, us meeting some characters, you feel the prejudice right off the bat. There's, like, one character, like, one person right off from the beginning who's just like, yeah, a couple of them are Buddhists, and then the other three are them. And it's just like, oh, them. And you feel that. You could feel, which is why I feel like this documentary, among so many, balances the greater scope of the societal commentary with the actual story going on. Because what it really comes down to it, this is about midwives. How, and like, there's some very clear, very graphic, and very raw scenes of childbirth and, you know, women coming in and having, like, the midwives are taking a look at them, helping them out, stuff like that, and you get to see that, and which is very interesting perspective to be able to gain, because, like, if you don't know much about being a midwife, this film lays it all out there for you. But then it's also very human as we spend time with this Buddhist and this Muslim who are working together to support people, and we get a sense of the tension there, because you cannot have a Muslim midwife working with a Buddhist patient. That's a no-go. Their kids couldn't go to public school. They had to be taught by their parents and people in their community. We see that tension, that dynamic, and we get to see how two people, very real and genuine people, overcome that, work together for the betterment of other people, for helping the birth of children, and, you know, continuing humanity. And which is so interesting, at very much at the core of, like, this is a story about people who help give birth. And the whole backdrop of it is just the hatred that overcomes this society when they're alive. So it's such a challenging thing seeing that, them working together to bring these children into this world just to then grow up in this situation, and how it portrays the societal issues, the genocide, all these different kinds of things is very impactful. It is raw. It's intense. This is a documentary that balances intensity and hope so well, and very human elements, and then geopolitical issues all in one. I think this is a really fantastic film, especially one that's just sitting around 90 minutes. It works so well together and really comes together in the end. And as we move through this story and really see this human connection between them, it's inspiring. And of course, there's a bit of a downer at the end. Like any good documentary, throwing text at you, giving you the realization of what's still going on in Myanmar. But in the end, this is a documentary that is moving and impactful and definitely worth your time. But it's a hard watch, so just be warned. But those are my thoughts on Midwives. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.